Cool. On y'all, son.
Cool. That's perfect. It's perfect.
Right. I'll see y'all in a little bit.
All right, bro.
All right.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to my TV. Well, my TV. BigZayTv. That's the name of my YouTube page. I'm new to this YouTube thing. Mostly it's going to be like a commentary page. Just going to talk about the random things that interest me and I want to talk about. Today we're going to be talking about the evolution of the nerd in the black community. And what I'm going to hit at is basically when the nerd first came to the black community or was first popularized, it was through characters like Urkel, right? Now Urkel is like it's really like a super nerd in my opinion, but it's like the perfect character for my example. Urkel was this certain guy, you know, bad clothes, couldn't dress, had weird tastes, weird hobbies. Girls didn't attract to him except for Laura. Laura had a thing for him. Other than Laura, girls weren't attracted to him. He wasn't in shape, and he wasn't deemed cool by society. And I feel like that is like such an old way of thinking that now we're no longer in that playing field. And what I mean by that is the simple nerd, the quote-unquote nerd now does everything. You have nerds who are in NBA now, playing basketball. You have people playing basketball who like Legos and are into comic books. You have nerds that are rappers now. You got rappers watching anime and into comic books and all that other stuff. You got, it's even, this is gonna be crazy, right? Even some of these drug dealers and street dudes out here are into some nerd stuff when, you know, they in the house. They may be shooting and killing people on the street, but behind closed doors, they love them some comic books and they know the superheroes really well, especially when it comes to video games like that, like Street Fighter, all that. I know some street dudes who are pretty good at that. So I'm basically saying like, we're no longer at a point where, you know, the black nerd is like this guy shunned by society, because everybody in society now has qualities of the black nerd. Me, for instance, I like anime, I like comic books, I like video games, and I like, I guess nerd, I guess, you know, I'm really into animals, like really into animals. But on the flip side, I like sports. I like working out, and I'm not fashionably like in depth. I know certain fashion trends, but I'm not so out of the loop that like I can't put any clothes on and I look horrible. I know some stuff, and also like past thing, I do pretty well with the ladies. Women do not hate me. They don't find me repulsive. I do pretty well with ladies, especially the pretty ones. And speaking of ladies, that's kind of what I want to segment into. Beforehand, when you were a black nerd, you couldn't get no attention from the ladies. Like, they would ignore you, shun you, because you weren't deemed attracted by society standards. Now, as a black nerd, you can get any girl you want for real, because the girls are nerds too. Those pretty girls you see on the internet and everything like that, those Instagram models with the BBL, some of them be into some nerd stuff. They be into anime, comic books, they be the Comic Cons. They're no longer attached to certain things. People are no longer attached to certain identities or certain tropes. There's no more pretty popular girls. Well, there are, but like, there's no pretty the pretty girl is not a certain way. She's not, you know, dumb with it, don't do nothing and look a certain way. Pretty girls are smart now. Pretty girls are into anime. Pretty girls are into comic books. Pretty girls are into video games. There aren't just, you know, dumb jocks anymore. People who play sports are smart now. People who play sports are into anime. People who play sports in the video game, people who play sports in the comic books. What in the past you could only like one thing. Society will only let you like one thing. Now you can like whatever you want. And I feel like people aren't really shunned by society like they were before, because now everybody is different. And because everybody's different, nobody's different. And it's actually that's probably from Incredibles. Incredible, that's what the villain said. I forgot his name. Like, if everybody has a power, if everybody has powers, nobody has powers. If everybody's into different things, aren't just following that one standard trope that you see from a Disney movie, and you're a vast quality person, then nobody is left out anymore, because everybody's different. You can't say hey, you're not like us, because everybody who's into us aren't like each other. So I'm basically hinting at, like, I feel like in the future the nerd will no longer exist. Who used to be the nerd and what the nerd used to look like, what the nerd used to be considered back in the 80s will no longer exist. Nerds will be phased out. You won't be able to tell who's a nerd no more, because technically everybody will be a nerd. So it won't be like how it was before. It's evolving. Now, do I think nerds will ever be as popular? No, because Hollywood and the world are only push negative things. And in context, nerds aren't negative. There's nothing negative about a nerd. The only thing but they still like to push the negative thing. So they're gonna push the rappers, and they're gonna push the drug dealers and the evil, nasty guys and everything like that. They're gonna push these girls who have no sense and have no originality, or these one-note people. They're gonna push that because that's what Hollywood can push. It's what they can kind of like manipulate, what they can make money off of. Because reality is, people are so complex now that like they house things in nerds. So instead of pushing that, hey, I can be both. I can be a basketball player and a nerd. I can go to the gym, lift weights, and be a nerd. They don't. Hollywood doesn't want to push that. They rather just push scrawny, weak nerd get beat up by bully. That's easy for them to write a character around. You can't write a complex human being who has intricate, like who's really intricate. You can't do that. You can't write a pretty girl who who fits that standard, who has a cool-shaped body that everybody wants, but at the same time she's also smart and she's also into nerd stuff. You can't do that no more. I feel like you can do that. Hollywood just doesn't want to do that. Like, everybody watches anime now. It's not like what it was before. So because everybody's doing the stuff that used to be seen nerdy, nerds aren't going to exist no more, and I'm okay with that. Because I feel like the sooner we get to a point where nerds don't exist, the sooner we get to a point where people won't get bullied for being considered nerds. So that's kind of like the end of my topic. That's kind of the end of what I'm saying, man. I hope you guys enjoy. This is my first time. I think it's a bee trapped in here somewhere. But that's my topic, guys. That's kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, that's my podcast. I'm not a podcast. I'm sorry. My YouTube video, guys. Tell me what you think. This is my first time. Comment below. Constructive criticism only. If y'all want to be a jerk and be mean and say stuff, I'm gonna get rid of you. But not get rid of you. I'm not gonna kill you. But I will block you and cut you off from my content. But if you got any good criticism, let me know. I'll receive it in. Try and edit and do some other stuff. So like, share, and subscribe to my first video. Hopefully we have more videos in the future, better videos in the future, and I'm able to, have better content and be more entertaining as the time goes on. But I just want to thank you guys. Thank you for listening to my content and everything, and I enjoy your day.